Kutam ilunu dees mead. Welcome one and all to the last stop on our cosmic bus ride of secrecy, with previous stops at subterfuge, smokescreen, sleight of hand, and sneakiness. The depot of wool removal that we all call Mirrorgleam. And I can hear you all stop shouting, "Where are Snod and Graham?" All except you, David. Picking your nose is such a dirty habit. Well, they're not here. I sent them out to run errands so they wouldn't get in the way of what will be, finally, the perfect end to a perfect fortress. You see, I have been lying to you all. I apologize for the deception, but I promise you it was for a good reason, which we'll outline in a moment, because first I needs must welcome a new, especially wonderful individual to the Patreon. Justin Hewlett. Now, we must, of course, all be very thankful to Justin for their patronage, but not just that, as they've brought to light a slight misstep on my part. That of not having my artwork featured anywhere for easy perusal. As of time of writing, John's wife is most of the way done digging through the pile, and we should soon have everything all up in marvellous glory over on the Patreon. So if you'd like to join Justin, Matt, Iron Guide, Tom Bones and Cornerstone in their easy access to my insane scribblings, go take a look. Link in the description below. Now, despite what I just said about revealing everything, last episode we left just as our dwarves requested a guild hall, and I'd feel remiss if I didn't just show that we repurposed the Gorlak house into said guild hall. Well, we had the space available, and after today there aren't going to be any reasons to keep anybody comfortable or happy. The dwarves have named the space the Laborious Laces, a decision you may understand a little better later, but I shall be naming it the Calm Before the Storm. Let's get into it. We shall begin at the worst of the lies, the being styling itself Melbil Stockade Trust. You'll remember we noted Melbil had a miraculous change of appearance a few years back? Yes, well, there's a reason for that. Well, just take a look for yourself. This leathery mess is getting guffier every year. And it's shrinking. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. Down the hatch. Nice legs. Bite me. Where are you, Yorist? Don't touch me. Just
come to that.
Go this way. Bloody animal. Get off. Not here. Do you like that? Dirty sod. You love it. Oh, yes.
Hello, my sweet winter blossom.
Hee, Yorist, you charmer. Your beauty astounds me. Oh, the way the shadows scatter over your skin folds. Oh. The subtle fluttering of your second set of eyelids. Oh, Yorist. And the delicate curls of beard hair poking from your sensually gaping mouth. Yes, probably enough of that. So, yes, sometime in the 42nd year, Melbil was waylaid, skinned, and worn like a grisly poncho by this dwarf. Bomrek bristle-rasped, for reasons unknown. I mean, clearly it's to fraternize annually with our count, but I'll be blown if I can see what he gets out of such a long stretch. Probably a bad word to use there. Between meats. I've had to keep this quiet for 14 bloody years. On a positive note, with Mirrorgleam soon to end, I have now been able to see to it that Bombwreck trips on his way over the mountain, tumbles to an injured heap, and is thus unable to fend off the sexual advances of a confused troop of mountain gibbonmen. It's honestly probably how he'd want to go. The original tall glass of water beast Nuchox has come. And yes, I avoided the obvious chance to pronounce it nutsocks, but given what the rest of this episode is looking to be like, I see it as more of a blessing than a waste. Plus, as you probably expect, given it's a beast made of water, it doesn't last long. While it runs around the caverns, we can take this time to add a little explanation. A truth dump, if you will, and honesty diarrhea, if you won't. So, as you saw with Not Melbil, this is a fortress of vagabonds. The seedy, the psychotic, the wicked, the cruel, and the unusual. Our original 7, the Milkmen and the Lawful, as I styled them? Well, the Lawful were, I'm afraid, just hiding their depravities a little deeper. Moses Inkglide, or as most know him, Chuckleduck, was a necessary evil to all those in the poorer boroughs of canyon humour. As the only doctor willing to work for turnips, he became something of a vegetable baron, and the power went to his head. Before we shipped him off to Mirrorgleam, he'd started taking far too much enjoyment in what he called the squealers. Sick little snod that he is. Oh, and there goes Nuchox. I was hoping it would meet its end at the warty fist of a cave toad, but no such luck. I guess we need to go Batman hunting again. Where's my vibrant green bodysuit and matching bowler hat? So, here you see them, the golden locks and the wings of crystal, which, as you probably guessed, is a reference to drugs. Frozen Dwarven Milk, if you must know. Also known as Glacier Mints, CE, not TS, White Ice, and for some reason, Gavin the Happy Dragon. While we watch them amble aimlessly around the caverns looking for a horde of cavern dwellers that turns out to be just that single Batwoman, I'll get back to the chilling backstory of our Lawful 3. Asked Handlebold. You'll remember I told you he had interesting reasons for wanting to come to Mirrorgleam? He's a snowflake collector. He heard somewhere that every snowflake is unique and decided to test the theory by coming to the Mirror of Destiny. He has a lot of experience with collecting things. Coins, paintings, insects. Big on collections, just nobody told him you couldn't sellotape a snowflake to the inside page of a repurposed entomology album and expect it to still be there when you go back to it. The conclusory creation of a character known as that bloody buggering snowflake sneak thief led to the opening of an afore unnoted cavern of murderous rage, so far directed at shadows in the corridors. These episodes have been termed flying bold off the handle by the other dwarves in an unusual example of wit and eloquence. And finally, Shem Oak Fountain. This one, at least, is incredibly simple to explain. He really did think Yorist was a bard of high renown and really does hope to emulate his success in the future. Yes, even now Yorist is playing Count for Mirrorgleam. You see, when I was creating the dwarves at Dimension Dawn, a fly flew up my nose, and in the panic I accidentally replaced Shem's entire ancestry and posterity's brains with a PNG of a dachshund wearing a cowboy hat. Removing the PNG causes the whole dimension to crash to altar top, and so when he wanted to come along, I said snodded. Talking of snodded, The uncomfortable web hole I had to stare at for hours, so now you do too, beast. Technu Galkadunga has come. And bad news, our dwarves are still out in the caverns, but good news, not this lair. Technu, then, is the fruit of the tree of an idea I had for opening the caverns below to increase our odds of luring an auditioner for our Watcher in the Deep position. Bit of a disappointing one, given part of such a process will see me needing to meld with the creature body, mind, and soul. And I just had my soul dry cleaned. But beggars can't be choosers, and I am close to breaking point with these dwarfs, so needs must. Oh, and did you catch what it just did? Yes, Technu appears to have undecorated the crundle tree. Or redecorated it with webs and corpses, I suppose. What a foul thing to do. They weren't hurting you. Can't believe I need to touch tips with this horrific slice of sentient sludge. What? Souls are conical. And now we're watching Sarvesh Fated Lances, our surgeon, as he trots around in a foul mood, having a tantrum. No, not the axle arms, you little menace! He says he's trying to attend a meeting, but all he's actually doing is filling the halls with his grumpy stink, and did he just punch a warthog? Nasty little creature. Also, how weak are our dogs? There we go. Had your meeting now and calm down. He's haggard. Probably something to do with me not letting him kick puppies. I wish that was a joke. Now for a real joke. Melbil glory standards. Sacked from her last cooking position for substituting painted wood for plump helmets in all her roasts. Ever had splinters in your colon? Not fun. Melbil has gone into a strange mood. Now, luckily for the other dwarves, she's claimed a clothier's workshop, and so nobody will be eating what she makes. Or by me, I hope they won't be. Why isn't she collecting more things? Must have a need for something we don't have. Hang on. No, she's muttering Ustanust, which means the blameless breach, and is what she plans to name whatever it is she's making from the single sheep wool cloth she grabbed. Probably a hanky, knowing how bad a clothing maker she is. Let's have a listen in. Blameless breach. Blameless breach. Can't blame me for needing. Messes everywhere. Communal spaces. Communal solutions. Breach of hygiene. Blame my pelmets. Blameless breach. Oh, well, that clears it up. Obviously, she's been using her plum pelmets, actually made from mushroom tree wood, but she couldn't let go of the wordplay. In her cooking again, and dwarves have been complaining about illnesses. She blames it on the fact nobody in this place washes, and so she's making a communal face cloth. Which is disgusting and won't fix anything, but at least she's thinking. Let's come back to her when she's done. And she's created Ustanust, the blameless breach, a sheep wool sock. She's claimed it as a family heirloom, meaning she means to maintain ownership of it. But we know she also means it to be communal. It's a single sock, Melbil. Even one dwarf would struggle to utilize a single sock for anything beyond making a puppet or... Oh no! Oh no, Melbil, no! They're doing it in the kitchens? Oh me no, Yorist has it, you're a Count Yorist! This is disgusting! And none of you mentioned the fact I asked for this. I never expected... No, let's just move on. And we're back with Surgeon Sarvesh, who is once again throwing a tantrum. There isn't much we can do at this point except watch him do it, but I have a sort of plan for him. Normally with haggard dwarves I would turn their chores off, get them in the tavern and let them train or pray or whatever it is they need most. But what I would like to do this time is see whether we might utilize Sarvesh's bad mood to create something the Dimension of Destiny is sorely lacking. The undead! Oh damn, got into a fist fight with Saigon Moisenhelms. It seems the Weaver just took the pummeling without response, and so Sarvesh gets to break out of his tantrum and go back to chores. Ha! Which would seem to include the surgery work now needed on Saigon. There, all better. Now, don't feel too bad for Saigon. Remember, Sarvesh would be hard-pressed to throw a punch in Mirrorgleam and not hit someone deserving. Saigon is very much not exempt from this. Back in Canyon humor, Saigon ran a combination barbers and carpet business. Doesn't sound so bad until I tell you he ran it not unlike the demon barber of Fleet Street. He didn't kill anybody, just shaved his dwarven customers bald as elven babies and dumped their beard hairs to his team of weavers below. His customers, discombobulated with cavern sickness with their sensitive virginal chins in the light, would awake with a 5 o'clock shadow and no memory of the ordeal. He fled to Mirrorgleam after an old dwarf with a false beard went in for a short back and sides and didn't take well to having his elastic twanged. And Sarvesh is having a tantrum again, and has beaten one of our war dogs. Sarvesh, I said no! Anyway, you'll notice he's in the tavern now. He has access to food, beds in the dormitory to the north, and the temple, with its statues. As you probably guessed, I'm hoping that Sarvesh will tantrum, kick over one of the statues, and get cursed by Avaz the Super Duper and create the Dimension of Destiny's first creature of the night. Now, this will completely mess up my plans for the end of the episode, but you can't pass up a chance like that. So, we'll leave him here for a little while, and providing he doesn't cause too much collateral damage, we'll just lightly nudge him closer and closer to being the monster he pretends he isn't inside. Well, it would appear tantrums are not the only thing being haggard can lead to. Sarvesh is now stumbling obliviously, which I must say is just barely discernibly different to what our dwarves normally do. We can't leave him like this. For one thing, he keeps wanting to attend meetings with Yorist to beg to be allowed to kick puppies, something Yorist has got very proficient at saying no to with quick efficiency, and having to unburrow and re-burrow him every 5 minutes is getting onerous. For another, he's still having tantrums, but they're just not resulting in toppled statues, and my me, is he punching dogs again? And he's killed one. Right, that just about does it. We don't have everything in place yet, but we can't leave him anymore. Join me at our temple to me! And here you can see it. A drawbridge above what is now a hole dug into the temple floor leading to, you guessed it, the Big Circle. Sarvesh is already in place on the bridge, and we're just waiting for our leading 7 dwarves to get here. As like with most things that involve trying to control dwarves with minute detail, we are being left waiting while they finish whatever inane task they... What on my Dimension of Destiny? Why's the sock in here? Who put it on a gold pedestal? Where did we get a gold pedestal from? Don't forget this, I'm not floating my incorporeal form above that crotch custard-coated footcap for a minute longer. I'll never get the smell out. Somebody throw the lever. Anyone? My eyes are watering. Ainod is coming to do it. No, a puppy! Managed to kick one more along with the bucket. And if you're under any illusions that this act might have bothered our expedition leading 7, Yorist has gone into a strange mood. So inspired was he by the murder of one of his fellow dwarves, our count has decided to take to the clothier's workshop and create an artifact. This will be the last artifact Mirrorgleam ever sees. As usual, we shall leave him to it and come back when he is done. And he has created Dogic Stakad, the Wad of Machines, a pigtail thong. Yes, the Wad of Machines is innuendo. No, I won't be breaking it down. It's safe to say if you don't get it, then you're probably too young to have it explained to you. It has an image of two dwarves on it. No, I will not describe what they are doing. And an image of law hollow anvils. It would appear Yorist has cast his vote for sexiest lady dwarf, surrounded by dwarves. No, I will not describe what they are doing. Then he's added a diamond in sheep bone and an image of a backpack in tin, which is not in fact an image and is instead a small tin pouch for coins of small denominations. Yes, he has created a stripper's thong. I told you these dwarves are all deviants. Do not worry, we shall be dealing with them now. We're down in the caverns, level with our walled-off little courtyard. Just to the north of it you will see something you may have spotted glimpses of in older episodes. This winding corridor with bridges at either end. We have been prepared for the current eventuality for quite a while now, and Technu has finally afforded us the opportunity we have been waiting for. To capture a beast! Now, I wish I had been able to record the capture. It was incredibly nail-biting, what with Ainod deciding to wander down into the trap before Technu arrived, but the end result is the same. We now have our Watcher in the deep. On top of that, we have our secondary reservoir full, or as near as to not matter. So, all we need is for somebody to come over here and pull the lever, and we can watch the water begin to flow. Now, as you may not have known, forgotten beasts, as the game styles them, are all amphibious, and as such, as the water level increases, Technu shan't struggle, but will simply lurk in the dark waters. Waiting. Oh look, we even managed to spawn a blind cavefish. How interesting. Ignore the ice wall, slight glitch with what's considered subterranean again. I'll fix it, no worries. What this really means is that we're finally ready to end Mirrorgleam. And in true dwarf fortress fashion, along comes an enormous emaciated crab beast that would have been absolutely perfect to act as our reservoir's deadly denizen, just as we finish getting Kermit the Frog's meth-addicted cousin in place. Sorry, Domora, better luck next time. And now, for the end. You shall have to forgive me. I have already melded with Technu below and preparing it, whilst also willing our dwarves to the surface is difficult. Like trying to balance an egg on the smell of the colour yellow. They left the sock. Just focus in and hold my nose now. And as we wait for the dwarves, I can now reveal that these fetid few, these horrible homunculi, these downright dastardly dwarves shall all be sacrificed to Technu, and through it, to me. Recycling these failed experiments and rejuvenating me. They deserve it, for all being dirty little snods. No, this is hard. No, steel yourself, Phlegmothy. Somebody pull the lever. Let the sacrifice begin. Stop! Snodford? Don't do it, Phlegm. It'll ruin your branding. What?
Did he do it?
No, I think we got here just in time.
Oh, thank him.
What are you two doing here? I sent you out because I knew you wouldn't have the bottle to. It's not about bottle. It's about business acumen. What? Do you really want to be known as the content creator what ate his own dwarves? Well, technically it's Technu that... Think of the optics. Optics? Think of the lost revenue.
The t-shirt sale.
What? Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Besides, you know the only reason you didn't want us here is that you were dreading doing it and having witnesses makes it order. Well, obviously, but I'm hungry. Oh, well, we could take you out to a cafe.
Yeah, treat you to a nice cup.
Go on. Oh, all right then, but I'm still done with Mirrorgleam. Fair enough. Here, John, you good to finish up? Yes.
Good man. Very attractive too. Let's go.
I had biscuits in the kitchen, but I didn't want to get up. No, I get it. Hello everyone, John here. To anybody new to Crumpet Sounds, I am the man behind the voices and the gameplay and the pictures and... yeah. I thought I'd just wrap everything up, answer some possible questions and such, while you lot watch me inexpertly navigate Mirrorgleam in Stone Sense, which is an isometric view creator you access through DF Hack. I had to fix the weird subterranean water glitch thing anyway, so I figured I may as well take a look while it's installed. So, Mirrorgleam. To be completely transparent, don't feel like it's my best work. I started the series with the hope of making something cozy and found it a little too bland. By the time I let myself tack away from the plan a little, I had my real world life turned upside down and had to battle the old horrors of depression and anxiety. It was everything I could do just to stick to my release schedule. But that time is done. The battle fought, the war won, and I am finally out the other side. Surrounded by a newly repaired family and all you most wonderful individuals. Crumpet Sounds is ready to move on, and to all those who miss my more chaotic fortresses and bonkers episodes, I plan to return to that madness, as this episode definitely shows. If you got to the end here, remember to give the video a like, comment what you'd like to see from the channel in the future, and subscribe if you haven't. As Phlegm would say, Anus Ashon, you most wonderful of individuals. Anus Ashon. Banned from another cat. Yeah, at least he waited until I got my cream cake before he ate all the cups.
It's not my fault. They shouldn't put all that wiggly blue stuff on them. It's like Flavor Palooza.
It's cobalt oxide.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's allergic. Gives him the Kenters. What? No, worse than the trots. You're disgusting.